The year was 1989. 13-year-old Blanca Elisa Roberson, known as Elisa, vanished without a trace. She was last seen heading to meet a friend, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions. Elisa's disappearance sent shockwaves through the community, replacing the carefree innocence of summer with chilling fear. Over 3 decades have passed, but for her family, the pain of her absence remains as raw as ever. For Elisa's younger sister Ruby, the world changed forever on August 6, 1989. Ruby has tirelessly kept Elisa's memory alive, demanding answers. The weight of Elisa's absence has been a heavy burden for the entire Roberson family. Despite the years of uncertainty, the Roberson family has never given up hope. Elisa's disappearance cast a long shadow over Aransas Pass. The investigation dominated local headlines, with theories ranging from a runaway teen to something far more sinister. Volunteers and law enforcement tirelessly searched for any sign of Elisa. The community, once united in hope, began to question if they would ever know what happened to Elisa. Born in Nicaragua, Elisa was the eldest of 4 children and a true child of the 1980s. Life in Aransas Pass was simple, filled with the synth-pop beats of Duran Duran and the soulful melodies of Whitney Houston. Elisa embraced it all, her bedroom walls plastered with posters of her favorite bands. These were the days that painted the backdrop of Elisa's young life, a life that would soon be tragically cut short. For Elisa, family was everything. Her relationship with her younger sister Ruby was particularly special. Elisa was a natural caregiver, often helping her mother Marina with household chores. Marina relied on Elisa's fluency in both English and Spanish to navigate life in a new country. Ruby idolized her older sister, cherishing their shared moments like precious treasures. The summer of 1989 was no different from any other in Aransas Pass. One Sunday, the Roberson family spent the day at the beach, filled with laughter and sandcastles. As the sun began its slow descent, Marina called out to her daughters. It was time to go home. Little did they know that this idyllic day would be their last as a complete family. The sun cast long shadows as Elisa made her way home from her friend's house on August 6th. Elisa, eager to spend time with her friend, headed out the door, her laughter trailing behind her. It was a simple, everyday occurrence, a scene repeated countless times in neighborhoods across America, but this time, Elisa wouldn't be coming home. The phone rang again. It was Debbie, explaining that Elisa had never shown up. Marina's heart pounded, a cold fear spreading through her body. The news of Elisa's disappearance spread through the Roberson household like wildfire. Marina made the call that would change their lives forever. Her daughter was missing. The arrival of the police brought a surge of hope to the Roberson family. Missing person flyers appeared on telephone poles, shop windows, and car windshields. Volunteers joined the search, their flashlights cutting through the darkness. The idyllic summer days were now shrouded in fear and uncertainty. As the sun rose on August 7th, the Roberson family found themselves caught in a nightmare. Unbeknownst to them, a critical error had occurred within the Aransas Pass Police Department. The initial report lay buried under a stack of paperwork, its significance overlooked. It wasn't until nearly midday that Lieutenant Thompson stumbled upon the case, realizing 12 precious hours had been lost. Lieutenant Thompson addressed her team, explaining that every second counted in a missing child case. The Aransas Pass Police Department launched a full-scale investigation. Search parties scoured the town and surrounding areas, their hopes dwindling with each passing hour. The Roberson family could only wait and pray, each ring of the phone sending a jolt of hope and fear through their hearts. Section 3. A mother's intuition ignored. From the outset, Marina Roberson insisted that something was terribly wrong. This was not like Elisa, a responsible and mature teenager who would never run away or willingly worry her family. She knew in her heart, with a mother's intuition, that something sinister had happened to her daughter. But the initial responding officer, influenced perhaps by his own biases, seemed dismissive of Marina's concerns. He suggested that Elisa was likely just a runaway, a teenager testing her boundaries, and assured Marina that she would probably turn up soon. He failed to grasp the depth of Marina's fear, the gut-wrenching certainty that something terrible had happened to her daughter. This initial dismissal of Marina's concerns, though perhaps unintentional, had a profound impact on the early stages of the investigation. It set the tone for a narrative that painted Elisa as a runaway rather than a potential victim. Precious time that could have been spent pursuing other leads, was wasted chasing down dead ends and following false trails. It was a mistake that would haunt the investigation for years to come. It highlighted the often overlooked importance of listening to the families of missing persons, of recognizing that their insights, fueled by love and a deep understanding of their loved ones, can be invaluable in the search for answers. Section 4. The trail runs cold. As days bled into weeks, the initial flurry of activity surrounding Elisa's disappearance gradually subsided. The search parties dwindled, the flyers faded, and the media attention moved on to other stories. The trail, once hot with promise, had run cold. The Aransas Pass Police Department, despite their best efforts, were no closer to finding Elisa. The investigation, hampered by the initial delay and the lack of concrete leads, seemed to hit a brick wall. The few clues they had uncovered, a sighting of Elisa near the elementary school, a rumor of a suspicious vehicle in the area, led nowhere. The community, once united in hope, grappled with the agonizing reality that Elisa might be gone forever. The Roberson family, their world shattered by Elisa's disappearance, struggled to navigate their new reality. The empty space at the dinner table, the silence in the hallways, the constant reminder of their missing daughter and sister was a constant source of pain. But amidst their grief, their determination to find Elisa burned brightly. They refused to let Elisa be forgotten. They organized vigils, distributed flyers, and tirelessly kept her story alive in the media. They knew that the only way they would find peace was to find Elisa, or at least to find out what happened to her on that fateful summer evening. Their love for Elisa, their unwavering belief that she was out there somewhere, fueled their determination to keep searching no matter how long it took, no matter how cold the trail became. Time swept over Aransas Pass, carrying the seasons and memories of that summer when Elisa vanished. The vibrant hues of Elisa's favorite clothes faded to gray in Ruby's mind. Elisa was gone, but Ruby refused to let her memory fade. She carried the weight of her sister's absence, a constant ache. Ruby made a silent vow to never give up searching. Ruby grew into a fierce advocate, her voice gaining strength. She became a familiar face at missing persons events. Ruby channeled her grief into action, raising awareness. She never stopped looking for Elisa, fueled by love and determination. For Marina, the years since Elisa's disappearance had been a slow and agonizing descent into a silent abyss of grief. She carried the weight of her daughter's absence like a physical burden, a crushing weight that stole the joy from her eyes. The vibrant home she had created now felt eerily silent, haunted by the ghost of Elisa's laughter. Each sunrise brought a fresh wave of grief, a stark reminder that another day had dawned without Elisa. Marina moved through life, her heart encased in numbness, her laughter silenced by loss. The questions circled endlessly in her mind, offering no solace, only deepening despair. She clung to the hope that someday she would see her daughter's face again. Despite the years of heartache, the flame of hope refused to be extinguished in the hearts of those who loved Elisa. The passage of time did not diminish their determination to find her or uncover the truth. The community rallied around the Roberson family, offering support and refusing to let her memory fade. Annual vigils illuminated the night sky, each flame a symbol of hope for Elisa's return. They never stopped believing the mystery would be solved someday. The year 2016 brought with it a flicker of hope. New information reached the Aransas Pass Police Department. Chief Eric Blanchard recognized the potential significance. The investigation picked up where it had left off. Armed with new technology, detectives delved back into the details. Witnesses were re-interviewed, their memories tested by time. Advances in DNA analysis offered a new avenue of investigation. Old evidence was re-examined, each test holding potential. news of the reopened investigation brought hope and fear to the Roberson family. A flicker of optimism refused to be extinguished. The renewed investigation brought with it a wave of media attention. The story of Elisa's disappearance once again making headlines, her smiling face staring out from television screens and newspaper articles. The community of Aransas Pass, their collective memory stirred, held its breath, hoping against hope that this time, justice would be served. However, the investigation took an unexpected and deeply unsettling turn for the Roberson family. In a shocking twist of events, the Aransas Pass Police Department, under Chief Blanchard's leadership, seemed to shift their focus, casting a suspicious eye on the family themselves. Interrogations, once focused on finding Elisa, now seemed designed to elicit a confession, to paint a picture of a family hiding a dark secret. The accusations, veiled in speculation and fueled by a desperate need to find answers, cut deep, reopening old wounds and inflicting a new layer of pain on a family already broken by years of unanswered questions. The media, hungry for a sensational story, seized upon the accusations, casting doubt on the Roberson family's innocence and further tarnishing the memory of their beloved Elisa. The community of Aransas Pass, once united in their support for the Robersons, found themselves divided. Some clung to the belief in the family's innocence, outraged by the accusations and the seeming lack of progress in finding Elisa. Others, swayed by the police department's insinuations and the media's relentless pursuit of a sensational story, began to question everything they thought they knew about the family. The accusations against the Roberson family, though unfounded and deeply hurtful, had an unintended consequence. They ignited a fire in Ruby Hall, a fierce determination to clear her family's name and to ensure that the focus remained on finding Elisa. Ruby became a tireless advocate, not only for Elisa but for all families of missing persons who had been unjustly accused or ignored. The ordeal brought Ruby and Marina closer together, their bond forged in shared grief and determination. They found solace in their faith, community support, and the fight for justice and truth. The mystery of Elisa Roberson's disappearance continues to cast a long shadow over Aransas Pass. The years may have passed, but the questions remain, etched into the fabric of the community, a constant reminder of a life interrupted, a family forever changed. Yet even in the face of unimaginable loss, hope persists, fueled by new leads and the unwavering determination of those who refuse to let Elisa be forgotten. Chief Blanchard, in recent interviews, has expressed cautious optimism about the direction of the investigation. While careful not to divulge specific details that could compromise the ongoing case, he has confirmed that significant progress has been made. New evidence, carefully analyzed using advanced forensic techniques, has come to light, offering tantalizing clues that could potentially unlock the secrets of that fateful summer night. The investigation, once hampered by time and limited resources, has gained new momentum, fueled by technological advancements and a renewed commitment to finding answers. The Aransas Pass Police Department, working in conjunction with state and federal agencies, is leaving no stone unturned in their pursuit of justice for Elisa. For the Roberson family, the news of these new developments brings a glimmer of hope, a cautious optimism tempered by years of disappointment. They have learned to navigate the treacherous waters of grief and uncertainty, their resilience tested time and time again. But through it all, their love for Elisa, their unwavering belief that she deserves justice, has never wavered. Elisa's disappearance, while a tragedy for her family and a source of enduring pain for the community of Aransas Pass, has also become a catalyst for change. It has sparked a conversation about child safety, about the importance of community vigilance, and about the need for law enforcement agencies to prioritize cases involving missing children. Elisa's memory lives on, not just in the hearts of those who loved her, but in the fabric of the community that refuses to let her be forgotten. Her story serves as a reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope persists, that love transcends loss, and that the human spirit, though tested, has an extraordinary capacity for resilience. Ruby Hall, her voice a beacon of strength and determination, continues to be a tireless advocate for Elisa and for all families living with the ambiguous loss of a missing loved one. She works tirelessly to raise awareness, to support other families, and to ensure that no one ever has to endure the pain and uncertainty that her family has faced. The search for Elisa Roberson continues. The answers, though elusive for now, are out there, waiting to be found. And until they are, the community of Aransas Pass, along with those who loved Elisa most, will continue to search, to remember, and to hope for the day when she can finally come home.